You guys ready for your next count?
Yeah.
This guy's very funny. Please put your hands together for Vance.
Red, ladies and gentlemen. Which way? Are you Hero? Hey, Aaron, how are you? San Francisco, what's going on? Yeah, there you go. My old roommate, ladies and gentlemen, Craig, there you go. I've been in your city for 2 hours, and I've spent $150 in parking. Way to go! I am here, I'm officially paying rent. I'm your neighbor now. Where should I get my breakfast frittata? Guys, how do you live here? Oh my gosh, it's so expensive. And then all the parking spaces are gluten-free. How'd you do that? Where did you come up with that, guys? All right. So I'm too old to be up this late. I'm sorry. I might fall asleep in the middle of my set. So I'm like, I'm missing local news for this? All right, let's do it. Our Kimbo, who likes jokes from genies. All right, so I'm old, people. I am so old, I get leg cramps in the middle of the night that hurt so bad, I cry like I'm watching the movie version of Les Mis, all right? And I cried so much at Les Mis, I left the theater with abs. That's a lot of crying, all right? I just had a colonoscopy. It's hard to sound young after saying that. Like, I just had a colonoscopy. What about that Black Key CD? Those don't go together at all. Not at all. Here's what goes together. I just got a colonoscopy, and I found the greatest shower chair. Those go together perfectly. All right. So that's why I get so mad when my comedian friends come up here and they go, "Oh my God, I'm so old, I'm gonna be 30. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm gonna be 30. And this is my response to that. Boo-hoo, I'm 30, I can run. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo, I can still eat bell peppers after 7 p.m. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo, I still think about sex more than I think about death. Boo-hoo, I'm 30. Boo-hoo. Assholes. I bet you can pick something off the floor, stand up, and not get vertigo so bad you stumble into a credenza. Alright. I did a show at a bar. The bouncer wanted to see my ID. I got ID'd. And I said, "Oh my God, have you looked at my neck? Have you looked right here at all? Have you seen the part right here that looks like an unfolded origami? Have you looked at that? Have you seen the divot here where I keep soap? Have you seen that? Have you seen the George Lucas chin hammock where Ewoks nap? Did you look at that? Does melted candle look like Honey Boo Boo at all? Look at it! He wanted to see my ID. I gave him my ID, and he gave it back to me. When he gave it back to me, he says, "Not bad, Daddy." You call me a DILF? Because I'm sure nightly hair lies like that. All right, come on. So, my mom died about a year ago. It's alright if you feel uncomfortable. That's how she'd want you to feel. Alright, and I did not post my mom's death on Facebook like so many of my friends. And when your friends post their mom's death on Facebook, I think that's the wrong time to hit like. I just think that is like, "Congratulations, mom's dead. Enjoy your new collection of tiny spoons." Yeah! Alright? That's what I think on Facebook. If your two choices now are like and comment, I think there should be a third one that says, I know, dot, dot, dot. I use that for everything. That would work for every situation, alright? So my mom died about a year ago. Her cat outlived her for a year. Just died. She's living with my sister in Dallas. My sister was very upset that the cat died. Said she wouldn't know what killed the cat until after the cat autopsy. I'm not making these up. She's getting a fucking autopsy on the cat. This is like some police procedural on CBS's CSI Hello Kitty, starring Gary Sinise and Garfield, who says I hate Mondays and murder. I'm not kidding. She's getting an autopsy on this cat, and if they're getting cat autopsies, that means there is someplace a cat coroner. I'd like to do my impersonation for you now, the cat coroner. Curiosity again. Right before my mom died, my mom was looking into getting a liver transplant for this cat to the tune of $10,000. Do you know how many cats you can buy for 10,000? 10,000 at least! Check the cat NASDAQ, all right? At least 10,000. Holy crap. So, I have a wife who's a woman, who's my wife, and she has breast cancer, which is very serious, not funny. Here's some jokes I wrote about it. So, see, I had prostate cancer 5 years ago, and when she told me she had breast cancer, I'm like, you're that competitive, really? Cancer's fine, all right? Get your own fucking disease, all right? You're gonna have terminal motion sickness, all right? Go for it, all right? So I felt so bad because I'd always gone with my wife to her mammogram exams because they made her very nervous. My way of calming my wife down is to tell me stupid jokes. So they had her boob in the smashy thing, you know. I'm like, who's making Hot Pockets? I smell waffles. You know, horrible things like that. And then they switched to her left breast, and I'm like, be careful with Mary Kate, she's my favorite. And the doctors give me this look, and I'm like, yeah, I named my wife's boobs after the Olsen twins, and I'm the weirdo? All right? You know the truth, my balls are Hall & Oates, all right? He's one of the smaller, darker, perhaps gay. That is why. They're Hall & Oates, right? So my wife's boobs are always the Olsen twins. It was a full house, Uncle Jesse, all right? So, but now that she's had a lumpectomy, and one of them is swallowing the other, now they're Penn and Teller, all right? Thank you very much, hero. So, speaks my language, all right? And I decided a long time ago that I was going to shave my head when my wife goes through chemo to show solidarity with her. Then she got this wig that is so beautiful that when she wears it, people ask if she started singing country music. It looks that good, this wig. So I decided if we go out, and she looks like Carrie Underwood, and I look like Uncle Fester, everyone's going like, look who can't stand not having the focus, all right? He's stealing her cancer. He's winkle-bossing her chemo sympathy, all right? So what I do to show solidarity to my wife is I shave my back, ladies and gentlemen, because there's like lots of love back there. Ask, all right, ask. And then when I was told I had cancer, like a jerk, I had to tell a joke. So my doctor says, Vance, I'm sorry, but you have cancer. And I said, thank God it's not cancer. He gave me this look and he said, and I'm like, hello, I'm telling a joke, I'm fighting cancer with irony, all right? And he said, that's not very funny. I said, either's Cancer House. Boom. Mic drop. I didn't have a mic. But, so he goes on about the side effects of the surgery, and the main one is impotence. And I'm like, oh my God, the impotence. So to prove myself wrong, then I was my beautiful wife. Everybody goes on about how great makeup sex is. It does not compare to a might be dying sex. That's the best, my friends. All right. And for the first time in my life, I made love to my beautiful wife with my contact thing, because usually Daddy takes off his glasses and I'm flying blind, put on the runway lights, I know where to bring this thing down. All right, help me, somebody. Control tower. All right, so I make love to my wife with my contacts in. Quite a revelation, because for the first time, I could actually see the disappointment. Big face. All right, so is that the most romantic night of my life? Of course not. Can I top that? Of course I can. On my wedding night, on the most romantic, beautiful night of my life, in the throes of passion with my beautiful bride, I said this to her, and I'm underselling this. I whispered this to her to make it that much more romantic. Throes of passion in my beautiful bride, I whispered to her, I'm scared all the time. What? What? Barney Fife all the time? Holy crap, that's some sexy, sexy Barry White, Charlie Sheen pillow talk, all right? All the time. You can imagine my poor wife, oh my God, I just married the guy that'll never ask the waiter for more bread. What? What was I thinking? Oh man. So we have 2 kids now. My son is 12. My daughter is 15. So if you act bored and roll your eyes, I will automatically give you $20. That is my knee-jerk reaction, parents. High five. All right. So my daughter was recently physically accosted by her best friend. her best friend slapped her so hard that her ears rang and then laughed about it like she's auditioning for like Real Housewives of high school. All right. And so my daughter was afraid to go to school the next day. I couldn't stay and physically make my daughter go to school because I'm taking my wife to chemo because I'm romantic, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm texting my daughter all day. And I please go to school. She went to school. She's texting me from school. Everyone in the school's turned against me. That girl made it think like I hit her. The whole school's laughing at me. I can't stop crying. My life is over. Please come get me. Please come get me. I finally texted my daughter, "Lady up and show that bitch what you're about." Boom, no more text. I win, all right? I got my daughter over the hump with my inspirational Maya Angelou, like using the word bitch, all right? I win parenting, all right? I won. A high five to the universe, all right? And I'm texting the parents of the girl, because they're good friends, and we need to meet. So the parents come over that night, good friends. They sit down. The first thing the mom says to me is, "Why did you call my daughter a bitch?" Record scratch! What? Oh my God, she knew. Oh, here's what happened. My daughter, so proud of her father using the word bitch in a text, showed her friend. Her friend told her friend, montage secret from Cloud Atlas, the whole world knows. The whole world knows I called her daughter a bitch. All right. So I said, "I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe you found out." And then I said this word that makes me cringe when other people use it. But I said, "I wasn't using bitch to describe your daughter. I was using it to empower my daughter." She goes, "Oh, okay." And I'm like, "Yeah, it worked. Crap, it worked. Oh my God." I was happy and sad at the same time. So mad. And then I had this thing I can't stop. When something is awkward, to make it less awkward, I like to make it 1,000 times more awkward. Take the world of awkward parody and we'll all laugh about it. And I said, "Well, I started to call your daughter a cunt, but I rounded down to bitch." Why are you leaving? You know, it's like the worst thing I've ever done. All right, so I'll leave you with this. So my beautiful in-laws live in Utah, outside of Salt Lake City. Every time I go to Utah, I get a little bit of time difference because when it's 8 o'clock here, it's 1991 in Utah. I've never heard so much Hootie and the Blowfish and the Sven Doctors. I played 2 Billy Joe songs back to back. Did he die? What happened? Right? This is where they are in Utah. Michael Keaton's still Batman in Utah. What's going on there? All right. So my beautiful father-in-law has dedicated his retirement years to working at an after-school program for at-risk kids. They're going to have a talent show for the kids. I said, "Since you're from out of town, we want you to judge the talent show. In fact, Vance, we want you to be the Simon Cowell judge." I said, "I get to say thank you. I said I get to say mean things to poor kids. Perfect. I've always wanted to be a villain in a Charles Dickens novel." Do you still have a pager? Today's prison urchin. You know, like the worst. All right. This is the first kid's talent. I cannot make this up. This was this kid's talent. Just to show you again. Okay, I have to say something. I don't want to be mean, but what I'm going to say, and I say, "Way to prove gravity's working, Isaac Hayes." I'm going to say Isaac Newton, and I said Isaac Hayes, and nobody corrected me. Nobody. Because Shaft made gravity, as we all know. And that kid won. That's my time. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.